We're going to give y'all a few minutes to come in. So we got to get a couple minutes to come in. We'll give them about 2 so this way I can set up everything. Look at this. Go get this right here. Where is my volume? Hello, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I have some. I have some. They working on it. They working on it. All right. Let's see. All right. We're going to give y'all about a minute to come on in. Okay, we have one person. Let me see. I wish I knew how to tag this thing in. Okay. So we'll get started. Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to Talking with Tahnia. And today with me I have talking.
My name is Ashley Petty.
I'm Tiffany Harris.
Okay, and today we'll be talking about the VSG surgery. We'll be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, the beginning to the end. So we'll be covering everything. So before I get started, I do have my questions prepared. Okay, so first I'm going to just describe and explain what the VSG surgery is. It's the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and it's a minimum invasive procedure during which the size of your stomach is reduced to 3 or 4 ounces. This limits the amount of food you can eat to help you lose weight. So, first question. What made you decide, your initial, I want to do this, what made you decide to get this surgery?
Well, for me, it was time for a change.
Okay.
Like, I needed help. All the quick diets or the diet pills, they work temporarily, but once you stop, you almost gain back everything that you lost. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you could possibly gain back double. Mm-hmm. Thank God I didn't do the double, but gaining it back was just enough. It's like a whole yo-yo life. So I said, I need something that's permanent and that's going to give me a good jump start for 2024. So I was like, you know what? Sleeve it is.
Okay. Speak up a little bit. And with you, Tiffany?
Well, in my family, we have a history of like diabetes and like weight issues. I decided that I wanted to make a change for my children, so 3 years ago I decided to have the sleeve. I was pre-diabetic. Mm-hmm. I figured, you know what, I can't live this life no more. I want to be there for my boys, so that's what made me get the sleeve.
Okay, so just asking both of you, before you decided to go with that, because I know it's a couple of different other options that you have. I'm not familiar with all of them. I know it's like gastric, it's the sleeve. I don't even know. That's the only 2 that I know of. Do y'all know any other ones?
It was the lap band, but they had banned that 2 years before I decided to go with the sleeve. And they also offered me gastric bypass, but it wasn't sitting well with me. Mm-hmm. I just figured that let me lose some of the weight on my own, and then we can talk more about it.
So that's how I want to ask y'all, before did you research on it first, like prior to deciding like I'm gonna do this?
Well, for me, yeah, I looked up, a lot of information, and then once I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna go through my job, Pennsylvania Hospital. Once you call the number, they kind of set you up with everything. Even if you mm-hmm. don't do your own background on it,
right.
You got to go through like classes, talk to the team, and go through like your medical history and stuff like that. So it was kind of like a cakewalk until I had to get the my endoscopy where they check your stomach line and everything, and I ended up having like this bacteria called H. pylori. So that set me back months.
My son, I think he had it. It's like polyps on your stomach.
Yep. So you got to do the antibiotics for 2 weeks, and then you got to wait like another 6 weeks, and then it was just like, I almost checked out, and I was just like, you know what, see it through, because you ain't come this far.
That's right, see it through, girl. What about you, Tiff?
Same with me. I did a lot before I decided to get the surgery. I always was one to like challenge myself and be disciplined. So I was able to lose a couple pounds on my own. But being a mother and, you know, the work schedule and everything, I started going back on my diet. And so the discipline was no longer there. And I just was grabbing whatever I can grab. And, you know, I was like, okay, I have to do this. So that's when I decided to say, you know what, I'm going to just opt out for the surgery. And help.
So I know you said your job kind of set you up with, you know, the process, but and you might be able to answer this question still. Were you able to research the specific doctors that did your surgery? Did you do any research on that, or did you just say like, "Oh, my girlfriend told me about this one"? Like, how was that one? How was that?
Well, I did my research. Once I knew that my job did it, I looked at all the doctors, and you know, I was like, okay, cool. So what I did was I actually picked the chief.
Okay.
I picked the top person, and she was amazing. Like she absolutely amazing. It was a lot of great doctors under her, but I was like, if you gonna get it, I want
the
top
best.
dog. Like,
Okay, I want the woman in charge.
Yep, absolutely.
How about you, Tiff?
Well, I did my research. They had like Facebook groups and Instagram groups and stuff, and I just kept seeing this doctor named Dr. Doley, and I was like, you know what? You know, I love Jefferson Family Medicine, and this lady name kept popping up for one of the top surgeons for bariatric surgery. So I was like, you know what? I'm going with Dr. Doley.
I know that's right. When the spirit leads you, you follow.
Yes.
Okay, so, well, you both just answered my next question. What made you choose that specific doctor? So how did you prepare yourself for the procedure? Like, what did you do before time? Like, what was the process? What was the steps? Like, once you got your evaluation, your initial evaluation, I'm sure there were like steps that you had to do, like a whole slew of things. I don't know. So what was that like for the two of you?
Well, for me,
like, did you have to lose weight before? Did you have to diet before? Was it like, you know, other things like medically that you had to take care of? Like, what was that process before time?
So the crazy thing is, whatever is pretty much wrong with you weight-wise makes you a perfect candidate. I know that sounds crazy.
No,
like
that makes
if you got
sense.
high blood pressure, pre-diabetic, or if you have diabetes, you're perfect for it. So I was pre-diabetic, and I was on like 3 different blood pressure medications. They was trying different ones, and that's what made me also feel like I'm tired of this. I want to get off of them. So they introduced me to, you know, it was 2 options. It was like, you can do, they'll either set you up for the 1,000-calorie diet a day for 2 weeks, or the all liquid diet for 2 weeks. And by the grace of God, they gave me the 1,000 calories, because I probably, no, I wouldn't have made it. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I wouldn't have made it.
And is that like the standard? Is that the same thing for you? Did you have the same 2 options, or was it more or different?
I had actually they put me on a 6-week liquid diet.
God bless you.
I'm
well, you were
not,
strong enough. You did it.
I was able to lose the 30 pounds coming from 324 to go to
On your own,
290. So it was a lot, but mentally, let me tell y'all something. I was driving through the neighborhoods and I was seeing pizza dancing on the sidewalk. It was like mentally messing with me, but I was able to do it, and it was just like, okay. After I did that, that's when it was like, let's go. You're on board. I was like, yeah.
So like, let me ask y'all the steps, because at one point I wanted to get surgery, right?
Okay.
And I was like, you know, I had to find out the steps, whatever. She did this questionnaire, nevertheless. The things that she had that she told me about was like blood work, a colonoscopy. Did y'all have to get that or something like that? I guess
got an endoscopy.
Okay, maybe it was that. Okay, maybe it was that.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that. Did you get that?
Everything was pretty much good on me. They was basically going off my family background, but everything was good with me. The only thing that was messed up was the pre-diabetic.
Right.
So, but everything was fine. I didn't have to go through all that.
So that's not something that they do to everyone. They don't check everybody's. Because I feel like I saw somewhere where they check your colon and everything too. And
so with that, that's very possible. But every medical entity is different. Yeah, what I got done at Pennsylvania, Jefferson might not do that.
And not only that, every individual is different as well. So,
and may I add, they found out that you had H. pylori before the surgery. Mine was after, because they did biopsy after.
So you had it too?
Yes, and mine was a little bit extra because I'm like, what is going on? Is this like, yeah,
I wonder if there's something common now. Because now that's,
So the thing is about H. pylori, 9 times out of 10, you do have it, but something activates it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if mine must have been activated, like, real intense at the time they did the endoscopy. So they told me you can't get the surgery done if it's like that. So once you do the antibiotic for 2 weeks and it clears it, but it can come back.
So let me ask you this. Is there any signs to that? Like upset stomach, vomiting? Is there anything?
So I would get this real sharp gas pain right here where it feels like it's inflamed. One night it was so bad I had to call, my mom had to call 911 for me. I thought I was done. I was just like, at this point,
oh, wow.
Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you because I
My
don't know.
son had like those type of issues since he was young, and my son always been like smart, a little brainiac, and he must have been like 9, maybe. And I guess Google was out back then, and he like one day we had to take him to the hospital, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going through this," and he's telling the nurses and everybody what's wrong with him. He's like, "I think I got GERD," and so and they really diagnosed him with GERD. But that's what it was, the pileups. But
it's the worst pain that you ever want to feel. Right. Well, it can happen in different areas for people, but right here at my bra line is where it would happen. And it just would feel like somebody took a balloon and was blowing it up.
Is it like a sharp pain or?
It's the worst pain. It's fetal position.
Belch, like
no, so it's just gas trapped right there. And then
they can't come
out. Listen,
yeah,
you can walk around and then go right to your back.
Yeah, so I dealt with that for a long time, and like I said, like I'm not really a big eater, but I am a snacker. When I would eat big meals, it would be the worst because it's like your stomach is not emptying out in time. The gas will build up, like she said, that pain will have you falling over. That was not
my worst episode when they had to call 911. And they were like, well, what did you eat? I said, I didn't have much. All I had was like barbecue chicken, collard greens, macaroni and cheese. They was like,
we do.
I was like, but I do gotta eat. Like,
right? Okay, so we do have a few comments. Gwen says this is different with hers. Lisa says, yes, they did a colonoscopy and an endoscopy on her when she went to Pennsylvania Hospital. Gotcha. So let me ask you, the next question I have for you both is, what did the recovery look like? What was the time? All right, we want to break this question down because I got a couple of different parts of it. So what was the time frame for your recovery? Physically. I'm going to say physically.
So they tell you the first, 2 to 3 months is the toughest. And for me, it was like probably 2 months when I finally started feeling like, okay, I'm me again. But the recovery, it wasn't bad. I really took off a whole month. I probably need to, but mentally I feel like I needed to.
You did. Your job would be all right without you.
They sure would. They sure was.
Take that month off.
And I was able to sit, and get my phases together. I wanted to go through all the phases before I went back to work. Like I didn't want to be on the 2 weeks of liquid going back to work and then going back in the lunchroom smelling everybody's lunch.
So tell us about the phases. So first I'm going to ask you, and please both of y'all tell us about the phases because I didn't even know it was like phases that you have to go through. So tell us about all of that of recovery. So I don't know if you want to start answering the question and then we go into the phases or however you feel comfortable.
Okay, I'm going to answer the recovery thing. I went out in September 2021 and I came back in January 2022. Mine took a little longer because again, I'm a mom and I wasn't really paying attention to the recovery instructions. I was like, oh, I'm Superwoman, like you got this. It knocked me down. I wasn't taking my vitamins. My magnesium was so low to the point that I had to be admitted into the hospital and they had to pump me with magnesium and all this little extra stuff just to get me back on board. I really disregard the instructions, so that's why my recovery was a little longer. As far as the
different phases,
you do have different phases. I was the liquid phase. I was able to get through. Although it was like a struggle, I just really had to push myself. Thank God to my oldest son, who was just like, they call me chicken. So he was like, chicken, do it. You got it. My kids was cheering me on and everybody was cheering me on. Then when it came to the food and eating like the, mushy food, transitioning to solid food, I was throwing up. I wasn't really, that was a struggle for me.
So what about medications? We do have a comment and it says that Lisa says that she had to see a nutritionist for 6 sessions, and she had to start drinking protein shakes and get lab work done. So what was like medication like? Like what was that looking like? Did they send you home? You said something about vitamins. Mm-hmm. Did you have any other like pain meds? Like,
oh God, they sent me home with Oxy. They sent me home with the Lovenox.
Did you sell them? Like, no,
but they went missing. They went missing from my house. Everybody came and brought me like all this stuff or whatever. And my Oxys went missing, and I put them up where it's the, I have young children at the house, and it was a couple people that was in my room because I was breaking down, and I had people like the adults in my room like kind of like, you got this, girl. That was on a windowsill, and somebody done took my Oxy.
But no, I was just joking. But let me ask you this though, because when I had my foot surgery, I had like Oxy, but they also gave me medicine with it. Because they said like one of my foot surgery was one of the most intense surgeries. So did they only give you the Oxy, or did they give you other medications with it?
I had Motrin.
Okay. So did you have to like alternate or take them together?
I'm not big on opioids, so I just took the Motrin and I dunked it out with the pain.
Okay. That life. Okay.
I can't really remember the name of the pain medicine that they gave me, but I didn't need it. I managed my pain with Tylenol.
Okay.
My recovery was very different. All the things that people say, you got it, you gonna feel this, you gonna feel. I had absolutely like no restrictions. Like,
good.
I still. My only issue was can't go water because it gets stuck like right here. So and you can't eat and drink at the same time. It's like a 20-minute gap. But the medications was they give you the stool softener. They give you the.
I need y'all to tell me about all this stuff. We don't know. I need y'all to tell me about this 20-minute gap from when you eat and drink. I don't know none of this. We gotta inform the people.
So the medication they send you home with is a pain med. It'll be different for people. I cannot remember the name that they gave me, but I still have it because I didn't need it. The stool softeners, and what else was it? The nausea medication. I still have that because I didn't need that.
I used that.
What else was it? It was something else. I can't remember. But the other medications came later. Like 2 weeks later, you had to do the multivitamin and the calcium chews and things like that. But that gap between so that was later. But the phases were 2 weeks of liquid, 2 weeks of puree, 2 weeks of soft, and then somewhat regular. But it was all a calorie count as well. I'll be 100% honest with you. I skipped the puree because I wasn't eating nobody baby food. Yeah. So eggs was my best friend for a very long time. Even still to this day, like when I'm not hungry. I still eat because I know my body needs the fuel.
Right.
Like other than that.
And you know what? So going to that comment that you just said, Lisa said it was a struggle because she couldn't get her food and her protein in, and her appetite was low. So, but like you said, you still got to kind of fuel your body. Yeah. Let me see. Gwen says she had to see. Okay, you was just about to say something.
First, the puree and all that. I took it down, but it was just like really, really hard to go by because, like I said, I was really big on the eating process. It was so hard, and sometimes you had to like just chalk it up. Like she said, you had to wait. My gap window between eating and drinking was 30 minutes. I was doing a chew 25 times, and even though the food was soft, but I think about this time when I got to the soft, I started with the eggs and the applesauce, and I can't stand eggs or applesauce right now. Like,
really?
Like somebody get us
so
right
now. How about the mental aspect of it? Did you have to see a psychiatrist? Somebody said they had to see a psychiatrist afterward. I'm sure, because it's a change in your life, so I'm sure it was something.
With my program, we had to see the psychiatrist before the procedure. Because they wanted to make sure you knew exactly what it was that you were doing. Some of the questions that they asked were a little off, and I was just like, they wanted you to be 100% honest, and I was like, I get that, but these are the questions that will also determine whether they're going to allow you to get it or not.
Wow.
So they asked you about depression, they asked you about a lot of things, and afterwards I didn't have to see one. I did try like the groups afterwards, but I'll be honest with you, the groups were very catty, very judgmental, and I said, no, I said I pray for anybody who comes into this group who has a low self-esteem, because they're going to be the straw to break the camel back.
Really?
People people be people, and even as an adult, they still be
Yeah.
like middle school, high school.
It's kind of like the mommy groups out there that y'all have. Y'all don't be mommying like y'all supposed to. Y'all be coming at people motherhood.
Yes.
Listen, no, but for real, and that's not fair. We're sitting in this platform where you thinking you sharing, and you thinking you being vulnerable, and next thing you know, somebody comes say something smart. I'm out.
Did you cuss them out before you left?
Nah, that's too much
Oh,
energy.
yeah.
I just let it go.
I use my little bit of energy.
I'm not a social butterfly. As bad as I wanted to join the groups to push me along, you would think that your biggest supporters, which is my family, I have a large family, they really wasn't my biggest supporters. I had some family members like, you losing too much weight. One of my best friends, I'm talking about day one, was just like, don't lose too much more weight. They gonna think you on this. They gonna think, oh girl, you don't look right. Your head is big. And also stepping back into work when people was walking past me, like, I know her, but I don't know her. It took, I don't know if you know Anna Berger. This girl, like, Anna Berger is my girl. She's a nurse that I worked with on a trauma unit. Like, she was like, I know her. Like, she kept looking at me, and I'm like, all right, Anna, say something. She looked at me. She's like, I know you. And I'm like, I know I didn't lose that, which I did. I lost a lot of weight. She was like, I know you. She was like, I'm like, yeah. So a lot of that played into, like, a lot of mental issues going on with me after the weight loss surgery. I started to think, okay, maybe I am getting a little small. This person think I'm cute, but I was ugly before. Like, a lot of that stuff.
I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper into that too. But did you so you didn't see a psychiatrist afterward?
Like I said, I thugged a lot of stuff out. I wanted to see a psychiatrist, but I was like, you know what? I got this. I got a journal and just started writing, like, you're beautiful, affirmations.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Kind of helped me.
Whatever helps you. Whatever. Because you know what? Like, I go to group now and we talk about, but I'm blessed. I was just talking about this with one of the members of the group today. We have a good group.
That's good.
And you kind of luck. Those are the type of things that you kind of luck up with, because, like you said, like, people sometimes their negative energy comes into the group, and it just negative energy kind of spreads.
The mental part is very important.
Yeah,
you're not gonna be 100% every day. I actually equate getting this surgery with a funeral. Walk with me.
So
put on your. So here's the thing. Y'all all black already. Let's act like I got all black.
It is a funeral to the old version of yourself.
Ah, that's good.
And when I say that, think about when somebody passed away. People come around, they're around you. It's time for the funeral. People is you have it afterwards. The repast, which is recovery. The calls are less.
You deep
people don't
day, girl.
Listen, I'm deep everything. This is why I said don't let me on here. I'm about to go off. But it's the truth. The calls are less, and it's not because nobody cares. It's just that everybody's life, just like after the funeral, has to go back to normal. Right. But this is your new normal.
Right.
So I was like by myself for a minute, but on purpose. And I knew it was certain things that I wasn't ready for. I knew my friends was going out to the bar, going out eating. I wasn't ready for that shit.
Right.
Although I'm not a heavy drinker, you couldn't drink after 6 months. That didn't bother me. What was gonna bother me was like I couldn't have the soda just yet. And they say you still shouldn't have soda, but I do in moderation. And I'll be honest, I have the sugar free. Sometimes I don't have the sugar free. Like you can listen. I'll be open and honest about it.
No, that's what we're here for.
And I just feel like in those moments in recovery, your family is good, your friends are good, people who come around to help you and support you, that's great, but they still really don't know what you're going through because they didn't go through it. And I'll be honest, and I'll say it today, people who have still really don't know what you're going through because they didn't go through it. And I'll be honest, and I'll say it today, people who have a family member history, do me a favor. Stop monitoring their plates. Stop saying, oh, should you have that? Should you eat that? Listen, I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to stick to the course just as well as I can. And if I fall off, I'm going to get back on. But don't think because I had the surgery January 12th that I was supposed to go home after recovery and automatically lose 150 pounds.
Yes.
You could have lost 100 pounds in 7 months. I know somebody who lost that. It could have took somebody a year to lose that. Everybody's body is different. Just because you know what bariatric surgery is, now you only got like 30% of the stomach. Shouldn't you be smaller? No. Shouldn't you be worrying about yourself? Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that we can talk about what people should be doing.
Exactly.
But my journey is mine. Yours is yours. You know what I mean? So, shouldn't you be worrying about yourself? Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that we can talk about what people should be doing. But my journey is mine. Yours is yours. You know what I mean? So, comparison is it's a joy killer. It's a straight joy killer. So,
bariatric surgery is the easy way out. It is not an easy way out. Mentally, physically, emotionally, you have to be built for it. It is so not easy out. You have to be disciplined. You have to do everything that you're doing in a regular diet. You have to work out and all that stuff. And the reason why some of these people get bariatric surgery is because they have an underlying issue, an underlying health issue that you might not have, and they might need a little extra push. Just like y'all say with the C-section moms. Oh, you had a C-section, it's the easy way out. Baby, I had a C-section and I had a vaginal birth. What you saying there? You understand? So it's just like you had an underlying issue that you needed a little push with. Mine was being high cholesterol high, and I was pre-diabetic.
I need a butt. And I need a little push with it.
We wasn't going to say that.
So when y'all see me with my butt, just know I got a little push. I got a little jump start.
When y'all see me caked up, don't say nothing.
When you see
Don't
me
say
caked up,
nothing.
just know I'm twerking all the time. That's all you gotta know. But you know what? Okay, so this is the next question I have to ask. How do you feel? Like, okay, now how do you feel? Did you have a support system? I know you said you had a big family. I'm not so sure about who you had, but do you feel as if the people that were surrounding you or should have been there, do you feel as if you had support? If you needed to talk to somebody, do you feel as if you had somebody to call? If you needed something, do you feel like somebody would have made the store run or came and bought you something? Whatever the case may be, did you have a support system?
I definitely had a support system. I still have a support system, and it's a blessing because I know people who didn't have that at all. Now, I can be 100% honest. My mom did not want me to get the surgery because she seen me lose almost 60 pounds on my own. But I was younger, and I was using it as an excuse, but I was just like, no, I really need a jump start because 2024 got to be different, and I know that you got to do the inside work first. But I knew that the physical part would do the jump start. But I definitely had the support, and it was great. But again, nobody was going through what I was going through, so I took it all, and I was actually allowing myself to allow people to help me too, because I usually wouldn't. I'm the person who will help you, but I'll tell you, I'm good. I got it. I was in a space where I actually needed people to help me because I couldn't lift over 10 pounds. I couldn't go to the store. I was like, I mean, well, at this point, I don't need no food. Everything is liquid, so I'm cool. But I had my dad, my mom, and them two ain't probably been in the same room in like 20 years. So that was interesting. Like, I'm 50% of both of these people. Look at them. Yeah, y'all, look at them. But it was good. I got everything that I needed and some. And, you know, I hope, you know, other folks that get it, I hope they get the same support because it's crucial for real, for real.
Yeah, Lisa said she had support. She said, especially Tiff. Thank you, Tiff. So
hey, auntie.
So what about you and your support system?
My sister and her husband was one of my biggest supporters. Like I said, I had two children. They took them. They kept them all the way until recovery time. My sister Jamila, she was there. She do vegan cooking and all that good stuff. So she was making sure she cooked the right things for me. Of course, my work auntie Lisa, she was there for me. I really did have to sort my brother, wife Victoria, she was coaching me through it and everything. So yeah, you had your supporters and stuff. But to the people who don't have support, get that journal out because, you know, after a while the support go away. Get that journal out. Write it down.
Yeah, like you said, I think you had something good when you touched on the affirmations.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I mean, you can always stick them on your windows, on your mirrors, and like see them every day. Wake up to them, go to sleep to them, just like constantly read them. I think that's a good one. So getting back to something that you said earlier about how you said, like, you know, a friend said you're too skinny. So this is like, this just reminds me of, you know how we all grew up. Life just wasn't as easy as it was, you know, being a kid back then and being a kid now. It wasn't as easy for us. Yeah. And you know the saying that used to be like, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt. That's a damn lie.
That's a lie.
Because you know what? I know words that I've heard when I was a child that still affect me now. Like, I remember. Like, oh, this person said something nasty or bad to me. Oh, I remember it. As well as when people say good things to you, you remember it because it made you feel some type of way. Whether it's a good feeling or a bad feeling, you remember a feeling. The words hurt. They can definitely hurt. Yeah, they can definitely hurt.
Especially when it's somebody who know your triggers and know what to say to you. But
and
like
it's
I was telling you,
mm-hmm.
people get used to you being the fat friend,
mm-hmm.
being the heavy set friend.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start to do something better for yourself,
mm-hmm.
they can't take it because
mm-hmm.
they're used to you being that. So they'll start to say things. Now, is it on purpose? I say when people say smart stuff.
People say shit.
So when people say smart shit, when people say smart shit and try to put the LOL after the end,
yeah,
that shit ain't funny.
They say it's truth in every joke. Mm-hmm. So watch how
but
you
your
joke
truth, that ain't my truth.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You think that's your
but
perception.
That's truthfully how they feel. Like, yeah, that's truthfully how they feel.
Also, like, don't be a person like me. I'm figuring that me and my friends play around with each other like that. So, you know, I never looked at it like that. But all in all, it was just like, oh, you skinny now. We don't want to go on the trip no more. Oh, skinny B. It was that. And I was just like, I ain't laughing it off. And I'm like, really?
Projecting
their own insecurities. Like I said, you can tell right now your face is beautiful. Your face card didn't decline whatever size that you was. Mm-hmm. And same with me. I always say this to people. You could be shaped to the guys, but if that face looking like a monkey, a sock puppet, boo-boo, that's on you. Mm-hmm. But when somebody's face is just naturally beautiful, whether they bigger or smaller, mm-hmm. you know that you got the upper hand. So that jealousy probably was deep rooted before you lost the weight or anything like that.
You can be great. You can be great on the outside, but I'll tell you one thing: if your soul dirty,
but ugly. You know, I mean that's no different than people can be jealous of your personality. Mm-hmm. Yes. Sometimes, you know, it don't matter what size you are. It don't matter if you're big, small, whatever. Yes. You can walk into a room and you can light up a whole room. And people will be jealous of that. So it don't even matter. People will just be jealous over any and everything. Right. So my next question was, do you feel like after you had the surgery, do you feel like it was a confidence booster? If you did the surgery, do you feel like it was a confidence booster? If you did the surgery, do you feel like it was a confidence booster? If you did
lost the weight you had. You just, and I'm like I said, I'm not a social butterfly. I don't like attention or anything like that. It was like I was noticed more, and I just wanted to crawl back under my shell because I was like, okay, people noticing me now. It made me feel really insecure to the point where as though I didn't want to go out. I hated going to work because I would hear stuff like, you look gorgeous, you look good. Made me feel really insecure to the point where as though I didn't want to go out. I hated going to work because I would hear stuff like, you look gorgeous, you look good. I started trying to eat to gain a little more weight. I started trying to wear certain stuff to hide the fact that I lost weight. You know, I post my pictures and stuff like that, but once it was getting a certain amount of likes or whatever, I like took them down and stuff. I was like, It wasn't until I gained weight back until I was like, all right, yeah, I gained my weight back, so look at me now. Look at me now. I bet y'all won't say that. And it's sad, but I'm going to tell y'all, the second go around, I don't care what y'all say.
I swear.
True. So how about for you? Do you feel like it boosted your confidence or...
It definitely made me feel better because I kind of always knew what I wanted to look like, like body wise. So, and then I started to see it, but for like the first couple months, I didn't see it. like I was still buying the same size clothes, and I believe that's called like body dysmorphia, where you still kind of see yourself as the bigger version of you. But now, I'm looking at all my jeans, and I'm just like, all right, I might need to go buy the next size down. I go buy the next size down. Oh, I might need to go buy the next size down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, and I feel lighter.
Mm-hmm.
I can walk a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
My knees don't sound like a bag of pork rinds when I get up out of bed. Like my back don't crack how it used to. Like going up a flight of steps, I'm not as winded. Like all those little small wins. All your wins during this journey not necessarily going to be weight loss, not necessarily going to be inches lost. It's going to be I really went up a flight of steps and I can say half the alphabet. Like when I get to the top,
mm-hmm.
But it definitely boosted and made me feel better. It made me not want to hide. And I know some people say, well, you should feel like that before the surgery. Listen, we're working on all that. Mm-hmm. Get off me with all that. Like I'm really like this journey is a journey inside of a whole nother journey.
Right.
And it all comes together, and you either gonna watch me go through it or not. Have your comments, whatever. That's fine. But this is for me at the end of the day. So I feel better. I feel lighter. I don't feel as heavy. Like my spirit don't feel
mm-hmm.
as heavy. Every little thing that you do to uplift yourself, whether it be this journey, anything else, it makes you feel good, better. Like it changes your mind a little bit too.
Absolutely.
Y'all try to chasing around a kid that's hyperactive.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that now, and I'm proud of that. Like I said, the second go around, I don't care what nobody say, because I can chase that 7-year-old around.
So Gwen says she's been through a lot in her life and losing people. Let me see. So she did it for her health. Mm-hmm. Lisa says, you see, what she say? You see the old me keep ordering, a different size when she's, a smaller size now. Yeah. It was a question that I had. It was, do y'all take booty pictures now? Y'all be taking booty pictures now?
I got a couple pictures.
I'll be honest with you, I did that before, so yeah. But from like myself.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you have, like, for me, I have this picture that I always look at, because did I show you that picture when my arm was like a turkey arm?
Yeah.
A turkey arm.
It was not a turkey arm.
It was a turkey arm. It was almost one of those aunties that got the little extra piece on the back that mixed the potatoes out. It was almost giving that. I ain't quite give it, but I almost gave it. And I look at that picture all the time, and I look at my face, right? And I'm like, damn, I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I was like, my face was so fat. It was like I looked like an egghead. It was shaped like Humpty Dumpty. Like, seriously. And at the time when I was that size, I didn't see myself as that size. I did not see it. And then it was like, now I've been working on my weight and stuff, and I'm like, I see the big difference. But I always keep that picture as motivation. Yeah. It's to the point where I really want to keep it as my screensaver. But I don't want to be sitting next to somebody and go, damn, who the hell is that?
Post a picture on the refrigerator in the house and you want to get a snack. You like,
my niece humbled the crap out of me. So she got a picture of me. I'm picking my son at the time. He probably was like 1. And when I say I was huge, I don't know who y'all know. I don't know if y'all know Kimbo Slice, but I look like Kimbo Slice. I was like, this in the picture. Whenever she pulled that picture up, I just look at it and I'm like, I am not going back to that.
Right.
Like, no.
I think my highest
weight. Do you have a picture that you like look back at?
Yep.
You do?
We'll see.
I'll see it over. I'll see it. We'll all look at each other's pictures, but
yeah, it was, and at that time, the crazy thing is, at my highest weight, I still didn't feel that heavy. But it was like, ooh. But when somebody take that off guard picture of you, and it was just like, ooh.
Yes, I hate it.
But and it was also at a dark time. Like when you were just like running from yourself, running from other stuff, not facing certain things, and being lazy, not moving. So I was never like I was never the person who would sit there and eat. I would eat and then chill. or eat late and go to sleep, and that's just as bad. Like so, that's where it all came from. And then I seen that picture. And had the nerve to be at the skating ring on the floor. Somebody took the picture, and I'm sitting there.
Oh yeah, because Ashley skates.
Oh my
you gotta let them know because that's who you is.
I have not skated in a very long time.
But she's a skater. I don't care. Like that's like whatever you do. It's not. Oh, she's a skater. She skates. You're a skater.
But Lord, that day, dripping sweat, and I had on all black, of course, because you're trying to just kind of hide. But that black that day didn't hide.
Have you been skating ever since you got the surgery? Did you go skating yet? Like, have you tried to see if it feels the same?
I've been to the rink, but not to skate.
Skates?
No, because even still, sometimes I still. So at when you heavy, your body hurts from carrying all the weight, but your body also hurts when you lose the weight because your body adjusted to carrying so much. Yeah. But now that you done lost it, now sometimes my body might sound like a old house in the middle of the night, and it's like creaks and cricks, and I was scared. I was like, I don't want to fall because I'm about to be 40, and falling when you older,
it ain't different.
Listen, that hip might not pop back as fast as it did if somebody come and they side swipe me and I fall. So I haven't been out there to like actually give it the full
right.
Right.
So let me ask, do you have a plan? Do either of you have a plan? Because sometimes people get these surgeries and sometimes like a few years later they might gain weight back. I know you was talking about that earlier. Is there a plan in place for when or if that even happens? Do you have a plan?
Like if the weight comes back?
Yeah, if it comes back.
I pray to God it don't. I pray that the good Lord got me to stay on the course. But if it happens, I will go back for like a revision. And probably try to start over from like the liquid diet. I did try that. So
before. When you say a revision, you mean like another surgery?
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that, like, now going through the process, what the whole process entails, do you feel like, so now you already got it done? Because I know a few people who got the surgery twice, and I know one person who actually got it 3 times, because they say, I don't know, y'all can do your own research. I'm not doing no research for people. But they say that when you have the surgery, it makes you more fertile. So now, you done got this new body, now you got a little bit of... want to be touched extra down there.
I'm going to speak on that.
And then people, a lot of people have babies after having this surgery, and then you have the whole thing of the baby weight or the extra weight or whatever. So I know a few people who that's happened to, and then they got the surgery again. And I know one person who actually had it 3 times. I feel like they should put a cap on it though, because like at this point, like I feel like you kind of need to work through it. But do you feel as if like if the weight gain was to happen, I know you got to talk about 2 things. Yeah. You got to talk about if when the weight gain happened and the baby. Yeah. But do you feel like it's something that you would say, okay, I think I want another surgery, or do you feel like it's something that you would say, you know what, let me try to work on it, because both of you have lost weight on your own, so you're both capable of doing it. But then it's always the factor of us getting older at the same time, so it won't come off as fast. Because your body at 40, let's just say 200 pounds at 40 don't look like 200 pounds at 20. You know what I mean? Because at 20 you might be
more solid,
and your thing's sitting up in there.
The things looking up at the sun.
At 40,
but at 40 the thing's going woo. These titties getting a little flat now, like, you know what I mean? Flat line titties, like. So what's your answer for that?
So okay, again, what I would say to the woman that is thinking about getting a revision, if you still have restriction in your stomach, try your best to like lose the weight on your own or opt out for some weight loss medication. Me personally, I wouldn't get a revision because it's like, girlfriend, my recovery situation was different from other people, and I believe that I can lose the weight on my own, so I opt out for a weight loss medication called Wegovy. When I say that bad boy is, let me say this: if I would have known about Wegovy before the surgery, I would have opted out for Wegovy, because baby, that bad boy is doing something to me. Okay, I don't, like she said, I don't have an appetite.
So for those who don't know what Wegovy is, just explain it to them and let them know.
Semaglutide is a weight loss that it's a weight loss medication that help you lose the weight it blocks out your hunger. Basically, like just sending signals to your brain telling you that you're full. Sort of like the surgery, except that it's just easy going. You do have to work out for that, and anybody who's opting out for Ozempic or with Govi, just do your research and all that good stuff. If you go into the gym, skip the cardio, do the weightlifting and stuff, because you do lose more bone mass when you are on a semi-glutide. So just watch out for that, and eat regularly. Me personally, I don't really have an appetite, but I have to eat something.
Fuel for your
Like
body.
I have to eat something, and then getting pregnant. With Govi, you can be very fertile. My go-to birth control is the NuvaRing, baby. Don't miss no beat.
Yeah.
I got pregnant after the surgery, and unfortunately lost the baby due to me not eating, and my body couldn't really hold on to providing nutrients to the baby, so I lost that. So just be mindful. Y'all know what y'all out there doing. Y'all know y'all want to do it. The pretzel fold and the acrobats and stuff. Get on birth control.
I'm on
birth control.
I have the Mirena. I'm on the Mirena.
Okay.
Right.
But after, you do the sex drive. Be like,
let's talk about that, because we're grown. Like, we need to talk about all that. So, do you feel like afterward? Do you feel like it increased your drive? Do you feel like you was like, I'm a little smaller, let me see if I can do a little bit more tricks up in here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you try something different?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know about everybody else.
Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen.
Losing the weight,
show us some love.
highly sexual, active. Like, I was just like, all right, I'm ready. Like, it was, But also, too, if you know that you don't want a kid during the journey or your process, you work so hard for this, just hold off. And it's okay if you do want to start a family. If you lost the weight, some people lose the weight to start a family, because sometimes being on a heavier side, it's harder to ovulate and all that. So maybe you lost the weight.
PCOS. I also have PCOS. So,
someone said if you have Health Partners or Keystone Insurance, go sign up at the YMCA. So another question. That was good to let us know. Do either of you work out? Do you work out or plan on working out?
I've been walking a lot more. I've just gotten back to walking, like not driving to work, getting on the train and walking a mile to my job, and then when I get off, walk a mile back to the train. So my goal every day, well, almost every day, is to now close all my circles. So that's my little game with myself. Like do the 10,000 steps, burn at least 800 calories a day, and what else was it? Like increase the amount of time. Even when I go home, if I still got energy, then I'll go walk around the block just to try to keep myself active. But I did say I want to go to the gym to do the weightlifting, because Lord, the arms. Yeah. And I do want to get rid of the. I can see my shape. I can see it, but it's these things right here.
You need them. Y'all want them?
Just a little smaller.
Hand them over, honey. Hand them over.
I can use them.
And that's it. Take a little bit of that too. But I just want it small. I've always been smaller up here and shaped at the bottom. So I just want a little smaller. Like I want that overlap going at my knee.
Right. I got you.
I want the knees to be straight. And I have
but
that
you know,
extra.
like you can always do you sit at a desk at work?
Yeah.
Now I'm a gym coach, right?
Listen,
but you can just sit down and you can do
Yeah.
little exercises. I'm a little stiff right now. But
They got the little pedal thing.
Yeah, they got the little things. So it's some things that you can do while you at work and just sitting down, and you can still do your work and be on your computer.
Yeah.
You know. Did I ask you? Oh, you didn't answer the question.
So if you guys, I have my job insurance. Like I have personal choices with Independence Blue Cross. The YMCA does not accept that insurance, but you can do financial aid with the YMCA, and I pay like $18.26 monthly. Me and my children signed up for the YMCA. Again, you don't necessarily have to have Medicaid to sign up for these things. Sign up for financial aid if you have your job insurance. But if you do have Medicaid, it's the best. It's the best. Or if you just want to go sign up to Planet Fitness, if you starting out like myself, and like Planet Fitness, they don't judge or anything like that, but at the Y you got more benefits. Like you have swim class, cycling, and that all come in with your financial aid or whatever. Like just go ahead and do it. You got the swim, the acrobats, or all that good stuff. Go for it. I would choose the Y.
Yeah, Gwen said to try some Protein 2.0 water. It's good, and she drink that when she works out. Do me a favor, y'all. Do me a favor, because we're giving y'all a whole lot of information. I need y'all to tap that screen and show us some love and give us some of these hearts, because we only got 263. I feel like we should have like 1,000. So can y'all tap the screen on your phones and show us some hearts? Give us some hearts. Show us some love. A little bit. Just a little bit. It's free. You don't got to pay for a tap. Just boop, 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 boop. That's all. Just a little tap.
Ashley, I have a question.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Keep on tapping. Keep on tapping.
You just
keep on tapping. Get some numbers up, please.
Whatever. Do you have any cravings?
Thank y'all. The numbers are going up. You need the numbers.
Surgery that had like gastric bypass or the sleeve, they do have a problem with the alcohol intake and stuff. Not saying no names, but I do know somebody personally that's close to me, dearly, who is going through that with the alcohol intake or the sweet cravings or anything like that. Do you have any of those?
So with the alcohol, you couldn't drink for 6 months after that, which wasn't a big thing for me because I'm not a big drinker, but I was a sweet drinker, like apple cramp, like anything with like that soup. So I actually got off that train. I'm now on the tequila train, which they actually say is better because there's no carbs, no right. But even with that, I still don't. I'm social. Like, I don't have bottles in the house. Like,
I was going to ask y'all that. I was going to ask y'all, did they tell you, because tequila is a good liquor to drink?
They told me about
tequila. That's what I drank on my
vacation. Y'all seen the werewolf change my form?
Tequila. I bar over there. Thank y'all for the hearts. We appreciate it. When I finish my bar over there, I'm definitely going to have some tequila. Because
I ain't messing with this girl drinks.
Yeah, because my drinks. And she never had my drinks before.
Don't try them. Don't.
So this is the thing, right, about my drinks. They are not healthy. I will say that.
Don't.
So this is the thing, right, about my drinks. They are not healthy. I will say that. Okay. They're not healthy. But I don't like the taste of alcohol. So when I make drinks, they don't taste like alcohol, but so did they tell you when you went to when you talked about like surgery with your doctor and everything, did they discuss drinking and liquor intake? Because a lot of people who got the surgery, they also say that they can't take in as much liquor anymore.
So with drinking, I really can't intake a lot of anything, even food, period. So I can take a break and then get back to it. But with the liquor, when I get tipsy, it don't last that long anymore.
Oh, really?
Nope. I can feel it for maybe a good half hour, and the next thing you know, it's just going. Even when I eat food, I can be full, and the next thing you know, I'm just not full anymore. And then I can go back to finishing my food. But alcohol, I can drink, and the next thing you know, I'll be like.
Or you drink it regular.
So with the tequila, I can take shots.
So I did big shots. That's not what happened.
You can't. Some people can't. The restrictions.
All right, don't listen to me, y'all.
For a long time, I was telling Tahnia I had to mix my stuff in. So maybe that's why it sat on me for a long time, because I would mix it in because I was scared that I would be too drunk. I had tried, Taylorsport was my thing. I had tried a half a cup of Taylorsport.
Oh, jeez.
And girlfriend, when I say it was so small, right? So it was literally, can I borrow this real quick? It was this much, and when I say it was all over the place, it was so embarrassing, and I was like, what?
So not just thinking about your surgery, and you think about before the surgery when you weren't drinking, your body went through a whole transition. So once you put something foreign in it, it's like abort. And
what you gotta do is you gotta stick your tongue in the liquor and just let it marinate.
Nah, you gotta just throw it down your throat. I can't let. No, because after that, I'm not gonna want it. It's gonna burn. I need to just throw it right back and then chase it with water.
Yeah, that's true.
Cause before, child, no, my face would get red. I just be. And I like wine now too. The 90-calorie wine. They got some good ones.
Oh no, you gotta tell me about it. Okay.
The 90-calorie wines are good.
So I gotta drink the rest of the wine that I had first.
Get that out. Yup. And then
we ain't wasting the wine.
Wasting not wine. margarita. No, if I do want tequila like a margarita, a few times I did have a regular margarita. I could tell the bartender like easy on the mix. But Margaritaville has the sugar-free packs. It's the exact same thing. Just if you need like a flavored strawberry daiquiri or regular margarita, all those little packets are sugar-free. So you pour it in there and it's still sugar-free.
That's good to know.
$10.99 on Amazon for a whole 40-pack. Well, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to write that down because you know what? I'm a coffee drinker. And I'm actually trying to make a coffee bar upstairs. Okay. So I'm like, okay, how can I make this a healthy coffee bar though?
Cold brew protein drink. Every morning I have it's called a Profi. I'll take the what is it?
I gotta look it up because I'm
the Premier protein shake, the cafe latte one or the caramel one, and I'll get I forget the name of the company, but it's a cold brew. I get the one with zero sugar. They come in different colors, like green, orange, yellow.
You gotta give me all the stuff. I'm gonna what's the name? Oh, she said what's the name of the skinny wines?
I got pictures in my phone.
If not, when she sends me the pictures, I'll post them up.
But they got the 90 calorie Chardonnay Pinot Grigio. Only thing they don't have is a Riesling, and the Riesling is my.
You know what they need to come up with? They need to come up with a skinny beer. So when you eat your
crab, they do have ones with less calories.
They do?
They do.
I'm late.
You might have to order it offline.
Or stuff like that. They do.
I'm late to the party. Keep talking.
But yeah, they have that type of stuff up there. When you sit there and stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and write that down. But the cafe latte with coffee with no cream, no sugar.
Yep. Even if you go to Starbucks, you can get the cold brew, sugar-free vanilla. But once you get the protein shakes at home, TikTok is the lifesaver. Honestly.
Yes, they are.
With all the ingredients, you get the protein shake, the cold brew. I get the Skinny Jordan caramel sauce.
Cause I do have
put it in the blender.
You know, I just said I was trying to do the bar, the coffee bar. So I do have like a lot of the skinny syrups.
They are the best.
Yeah, so I didn't taste them yet, but I do.
Okay. You got caramel?
I got caramel, almond. It has a whole bunch of them.
Now you got the actual like sauce, or you got the liquid flavors?
It's like the liquid flavors.
Okay, so I get a lot of those from Ross.
Okay.
Like Ross and Marshalls. So I'll do the protein shake. I'll do the cold brew. I'll put the actual caramel sauce that's sugar free, made by Skinny Jordan. That Walmart got it for like $5.
And they have whipped creams, sugar free whipped. And whipped cream
tastes
the same.
Sugar free whipped cream is the bomb.
Yeah, it's
in the purple can.
Yeah, it tastes the same.
And I do all that, and it tastes. And honestly, if you get a big enough cup, you can make a 40 ounce and just sip on that. The whole
Somebody say 40. Like, no, I'm just going to And
I also eat these like pancakes, these like protein pancakes or whatever.
At first they was
I always thought about
waffles. The French vanilla.
Yeah.
I can eat one and be.
I was going to ask you how they taste. Do they taste a little different?
At first, they taste like a little like
proteiny.
Yeah.
Like thick. I don't know. I can't describe it, but proteiny is like protein. And when you go to the bathroom and pee, you can smell the protein.
Really? I need the protein bread from Aldi's, the 10-gram protein bread. But I love
Aldi's is life.
No,
anybody
I'm telling
on
y'all. Yeah, I like Aldi's too. You gotta try that 649 bread. I'm telling you. Did you
Aldi's got 647.
647. Okay.
Aldi's got 647 bread.
All right, 647. All right.
When I tell you it's good, I mean it's good and it's healthy for you. And you wouldn't think so because it tastes like regular
keto
Italian
wraps
and all that.
And, yep. The Italian. Oh, the Italian. So
we had like the egg white wraps.
So this is what I was going to ask y'all too. Because y'all both got the sleeve, right? With the sleeve, is that the surgery that's like a rubber band?
No, the rubber band is what was the lap band, which was actually the least successful surgery.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
The sleeve
but it makes sense for the lap band to not be successful because if it's like a rubber band, right? When you think of a rubber band,
it's like a fake
as much as you put stuff in a rubber band, it's going to keep on expanding. So if you like easily a rubber band, you know,
it's going to expand, and then it like people who, like I said, I was about to get this surgery. But how old is my oldest? He about to be 15, so I was about to get this surgery 14 years ago, and the sleeve wasn't out yet. They only had the gastric, and they had the lap band. Yeah. They offered me the lap band before the gastric, and my primary care, who's with Jefferson, she was like, I don't really feel comfortable with you getting a lap band. It punctures people once it expand, and you know you're young. You know, so yeah,
the sleeve, it was the best. They walk you through it. You can go on YouTube, see they literally take 60 to 70% of your stomach out.
Mm.
And they pull it out through one of the incisions.
Yeah.
So whoever got the surgery, you know what it feel like. You woke up and you was like, why does one side hurt? Because that's the side that they pulled the stomach out on. And
so how many incisions about do you have? I'm sure that would probably be, would that be different for everybody? Or?
I thought it was different. I know a girl who was bigger and she had to have 8 incisions.
I had incisions.
I have 5. And I only have the one that's right here that's still visible, which I think is slowly going away. But the other ones, like after a while, I had to find them. Like they started. I've always been like a fast healer. That might sound weird, but like scars go pretty quick. I got this one that's right here. That's like.
Do they talk about that? Do they talk about scarring? Because like a person like me, I keloid. So like sometimes when I get like surgeries, even with like a little nip. Like I had a miscarriage and I had like a little small keloid on, but I mean it's small. Some stuff it wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't care because I got stretch marks and I'm gonna rock them. So I darn sure rock a keloid.
I saying keloid up. That's why I had my ears pierced and stuff.
So did your incisions keloid?
I would say a little bit, not too bad. Not too bad. I have like a visible one here and somewhere over here, and that's about it.
Yeah, I didn't keloid. I just have like the little, it looked like a nick, like right. It's like right there. So if I ever got to the point where I wear a crop top or something, I don't know, I might get tattooed.
Let me just say thank you, Gwen. Thank you for the roses. Thank y'all for the hearts. So wait, do y'all feel like as society has changed, right? We see like people, how people like, oh, she shouldn't be wearing it. Like we don't nobody give a damn. Like you wear whatever you feel, you feel what you want. You wear what you want. But do you feel like you should dress a certain way, or is things that you shouldn't touch, or is things that you're not comfortable with? Like how do you feel about when you do dress? I know you both said that you still like kind of still buy the same like bigger sizes when you really need smaller ones. But but is it anything that you feel comfortable in, or is it anything that you don't feel comfortable with, or something that you don't feel comfortable with going outside with?
I'm just getting used to my real true size. I would always hide, and that comes from even when I was little. I was a shapely child, so my mom would put me in bigger things. Which all went over into my adult life of hiding. So I would go by easily 3X. Even when I thought I was a 3X, one of my girlfriends now, and we like reconnected some years ago, she would say, you always wore clothes bigger than like
what you
why?
Needed to, right?
Even now, I'll grab something and she's like, that's too big. Without even me trying on, she already like she has like that eyes. It was like that's too big. So even when I order this stuff, I'm getting used to wearing form-fitting things and actually seeing my own.
Girl, that stuff is flame.
That's what jaws of life under here. No,
give me some of the jaws of life. I need some jaws of life.
I literally had to fight my.
I got like my shapewear thing, but I'm also very strategic about how I wear things. Like this is a oversized shirt, so I cut the sides and I tied it on the sides. So
you one of those
so this can lay here, so it won't hide my.
Okay, so she's one of those creative people. Okay, I need to learn how to do it.
We gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I know that's right. Cause I'm gonna tie this shirt around it. And
but we're putting a fanny pack on too, and trying having it to the side and then having it.
I hate to say it, goodness, Fifi, my 12-year-old niece, she's a shapey child. I was getting like 3X stuff. This is actually extra large top and a 1X pair of pants. Like I was about to get like a 3X, and she was just like
about to be all drooping in the crotch.
Like I'm had to hear it when I go to work. I'm had to hear it because I order my uniforms.
It's funny that you said that because Lisa just said that she hold up, that's how I am wearing loose fitting clothes when I was. So yeah. And Lisa, get you some smaller damn scrubs too, because it's time to order them scrubs. Make sure y'all get a smaller size. Because I don't even know what size I'm getting. I'm just figuring it out.
Last week I was walking around on the days where I work up in the surgery floor, still walking around in 3X scrubs. Even when I was larger, 3X scrubs was still big. So imagine now, the back pockets is damn near at the back of my knees. I'm pulling them
So
up, rolling them down.
So then you're not tall, so like I know it used to be
I
dragging.
don't care. I just be shuffling around. Like,
Oh my God.
but the other day, I went to the scrub machine and I was like, all right, it's time to start living in your truth, child. So I grabbed the 1X pants. They fit, but they was too tight, and I was like, I don't want to look like that. So I got the 2X pants. They was still a little big, but it was comfortable. And instead of the 3X shirt, the extra large fit
what
perfectly.
You should have did? Because the 2X is comfortable. Like always have something comfortable.
Yeah.
And then get that 1X. Just get one pair
For motivation, I'm gonna get in them.
for motivation.
But I got in them, but
But yeah, just get that
the butt
one
was
pair.
flat, and I was like, that ain't cute.
See?
Oh yeah,
See, and me, I need to get pants that actually fit because my butt is girl. Look, you can lay me down on your clothes or your Sunday vest. So I'm trying to figure out because how I buy my pants, but I do not like bending down and crack this out. So I would actually buy pants that can come up to here. So I'm gonna bend down, you don't see my backside or high water.
If I see your ass with some damn pants up to
I just told you I ordered the wrong.
why would not right here? Like bring them down here.
Look, I mean, this skirt that I got on now is all the way up here, but I'm a shorty though, so everything that I have to.
Y'all know
I'm 5'2", I've been 5'2" since 6th grade. Like
you gotta get petite. You know petite is the height, not
but
the
size.
size.
I know, but the legs of the G, like
Lord, these girls are just getting the longest clothes ever.
Like I get clothes that's way too big, and I had people say stuff to me about my uniform, like, Tiffany, you not that size no more. Like you literally, your shirt is down here and you can see your bra, or I lift my arm up. And my jacket arm pieces down here, my arm's still up here.
Cause you know what?
Cause I'm trying on somebody else's clothes.
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? When I put on my scrubs now, cause I refuse to buy them, cause we got our scrubs are free, and I ain't buying nothing to go to work, and I'm just sorry.
Not at all.
But
do it.
I was like, oh my God, I look so sloppy, cause the shit is so big. I'm like this oversized, like I feel like a little sloppy. So now I'm like y'all. I'm scared to get a smaller size, but I'm going to do it. Like. I don't know. If
I felt better too. I felt like I looked better, but the uniforms when I first started my job, my uniforms was like they was up there. So now when I went back to work, like my first day back to work, I put my uniform on, the shoulder part to my jacket down here. When I'm walking, my hands is in the sleeve, so I'm like trying to roll them up, and the jacket I'm trying to like pull it up and like fold it over. It's still falling down. I was just like, all right, I gotta buy some.
Yeah. So we're about to close out. This was a good conversation. It was very informative. I thank everybody who joined us. Can everybody do me a favor and make sure that you follow on TikTok, on here, Talking with Tahnia, because that is where the conversations we're trying to hold them at. I did have a call-in number. Unfortunately, we didn't have anybody to call in. Not my cell phone, because I'm on live through my cell phone. But we do have a call-in number that nobody called. It's posted on the flyer. It's always posted on the flyer. We like phone calls because then that way you can share your stories with us. So if you don't even have it for this show, make sure you put that number in your phone for the next show. Because we do like to hear from you and your different experiences and whatever stories you have to share with us. But please make sure that you share. I'm not going to post a live on this page. I'm actually going to post the clips on Talking with Tahnia. So please help us get to 1,000 followers on that page, because I'm trying to go live from that page. Y'all are sitting up here on this next toy, I can't say because I was on y'all on this next toy page with your nasty selves, and I want y'all to be on the other page, which is Talking with Tahnia, so we can have these good conversations. And I think that what I'm going to do, because a lot of people think that I only have these conversations on Sundays, I think that the more serious conversations about like things that affect us, our health, our bodies, our community, I think that I'm going to hold them on Sundays, because that's the day that people are kind of winding down, getting ready for the week. And then when I'm talking about like the relationship topics and stuff like that with the guys or whatever, I'll probably do that during the work days. So everybody's going to just have to follow the Talking with Tahnia page, because I post it. People be like, oh, I didn't see it. And it's a damn lie, because how did you not see it when I've been posting and posting and posting and posting and posting? So, with that being said, if y'all want anybody to follow you and you know your content or whatever, please give them your handle before we get up out of here. Let them know where to find you at.
You guys can follow me on Facebook, Luna Moon, or you guys can follow me on TikTok at Luna Moon. I have some great content on my page too. Do check it out because I'm raw and uncut. So please do check it out.
Yep, well, for me, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. My handle is new_era_ash. That's my new name. And, you know, I just post motivational things. I post it for myself, but if you need it and you like it, you take it, share it. It's positive, no negative stuff, funny stuff. I just realized that I'm, like, really funny. And it's a good time. And I also... my other handle is AP_the producer 215, where I'm also a life insurance agent. And for the bariatric girls out there who had issues with getting life insurance because you were heavier, now you may be at the limit where you can get it because you done lost all the weight. So hit me up. I'm here to help you with that. And, you know, if you're also looking for an opportunity to make some money from home, I'll also help you do that too. So again, the handle for my life insurance page is AP_producer 215 on Instagram, and on TikTok, new_era_ash.
See, I be knowing people. Y'all gotta know who I know, because I be knowing people. If don't nobody know, I am the plug.
For
but
sure.
not only that, Ash, I'm going to have you back on for another show too, because we are going to have a show about life insurance.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be ignorant on that show. And
I have to make sure that I have my moderator on for that one because I need to click somebody in that's not here. But life insurance, that's a real serious one. But I don't know if you do that anymore, but you forgot to leave something else out that you got going on. Do you still do the sister shots?
Oh.
Because we was talking about damn liquor and you ain't even bring that up.
What did you?
Oh my God.
From time to time, like, you know, for folks that I know, like, especially like the holidays about to come, so people ask me, are you doing like, you making pudding, or I may do that for
Ashley make those treats, so I always, every time I'm on a live, a lot of these women that I know that's resourceful and that has businesses and stuff like that, they did my women empowerment event.
Okay.
So my women empowerment event, I'm always going to bring it up because I got to promote myself too, you know?
Hello.
So my women empowerment event, it started out as women that had businesses and stuff, and she was a part of that. She had a business. She made the tipsy shots. So she made the like ices. She made like the puddings, like she said, like she would sell out. Like her stuff was good.
Yeah.
Tastes good. Like, you know, and it wasn't too overwhelming with the liquor because I don't like how liquor tastes. And I eventually, you know, had the resources and stuff too, but I did have like a life insurance person, and now she started that new journey.
Okay.
And she also, I don't know if she do this anymore, so now I'm just throwing her under the bus, telling everything she do. She also sold the defense stuff. So if you ever got a or
pepper sprays,
yeah,
I got this crazy ex. I'm like, you know,
listen, that's the 2-for-1. You gotta spray this.
Yep.
She got all that. So, you know, she's not promoting herself how I'm a promoter. But
I know.
So you got the tipsy shots, you got the shocks, because if they got a spraying shot, she got that, she got the life insurance, and I didn't know that. So that was very informative because I didn't know that certain people couldn't get life insurance because they were overweight and stuff like that. I thought they did out with the whole if you have any health issues going on.
So here's the thing with that. Life insurance is a business. Don't get it confused. Yes, you do need it, but also a company wants to make sure that you are insurable. So if you're too heavy, that means you may have diabetes or other things. So that means you're a risk, and they don't want to be giving out all this money for you, and you might, on paper, your medical is saying, oh, you could check it any moment because of this, that, and the third. Although we know we all on borrowed time, and we don't know when our number gonna get called. Right. But medically, it's a business, so they want to make sure there is a height and a weight chart. And if for me, I'm 5'2". So medically, they think you're supposed to be like 125 pounds. I'll be honest with you, that ain't never going to happen. But with life insurance, you can be 5'2", and the most you can be is like 240 something pounds. So if you get to that, then that means you're within the range and getting insured. A lot of people, unfortunately, that I've done business with were declined because they were too heavy, or they left out a pre-existing health condition and tried to hide it. Now, if you try to hide it, that's on you. Now they're gonna deny you because you lied.
Yeah.
And if don't let them find it.
This doesn't even have anything to do with anything because I don't want to get too far into the life insurance thing because that's a whole other conversation. Me too. I don't play about it. But do they still test for HIV and AIDS? Because I remember when I first got mine, they did.
So with my company, you get a certain amount. You don't have to do like the medical check or anything like that. Okay. But if you get over a certain amount, then they'll have someone come out and do your blood work and things like that. Mm-hmm. But during the application, they'll ask you if certain things are found, do you want to report it to your primary care? So they check for all those things. And a lot of stuff that you think that you would get declined for, some spaces they become like a little lenient to certain things. But they will like... I know this is like going on topic, but when you do,
you talking with today, girl. Sometimes we get long-winded. It's okay.
When you do have the like the other issues and things like that, your application will go in as a COD, which is cash on delivery, which means the company now wants to check your medical information. So, which means they're going to send you a form to have your information released to them so they can go over and read it to see exactly what it is you have going on. Mm-hmm. So they look for all those things. So I don't know who said that they don't check for, you know, all the medical and things like that. They do have some questions that you have to answer, but other than that, yeah, they checking for that because they're not just going to give money away for free.
Yeah. Well, can I ask you something like,
is it about insurance?
Yeah.
No. Because that's a whole nother show. We can't have a show right now.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tune in. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to tune in. It's like, no, y'all know I'm going to get the scoop once these cameras go on.
Yeah, she's going to get the scoop. You want to ask her questions offline.
And I'm going to go off because it make you feel away.
Because that's the whole conversation. I'm not going to lie. If we even started talking about it, I'm going to go off.
We're going to be on here for till 10
I'm going to get my power thing. Why y'all need to have insurance? And so I'm gonna go deep with it. So yeah, we
got you. If you ever have a show, a topic with diversity at work, would you ever do that?
I want to have a show, but see, this is the thing, right? Mm-hmm. I think that I'm going to have to. I'm okay with talking to myself in the camera. I'm okay with that. I just need y'all to tune in and talk with me from here and there. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk about the whole point of this show, of me starting this podcast, is because I'm kind of like a medium. I'm open-minded. I'm open to discussions. I can have hard discussions. The same way I walk into a conversation, I walk out of it. I'm not going to feel no type of way about your points of view. Your points of view is your points of view. It comes from your experiences in life. Mm-hmm. I can't get mad at that. I didn't go through what you went through. But I do want to talk about some hard conversations that people don't want to talk about with relationships. I do want to talk about, you know, things about race and stuff like that. I want to talk about Puerto Ricans using the N-word. A lot of people are scared to have those conversations with me. I can start having them by myself, but I would like for people who might not see my point of view to sit on this couch and have a conversation with me, because it's like, okay, well, this is your perspective of it and this is my perspective of it, and we don't agree, but I understand you for this reason, or vice versa, or whatever. Or maybe we won't understand each other, you know, point of view at all. But I do want to have those hard conversations, because I think that our community is scared to have hard conversations. And I think that we're not used to conversing with each other. Mm-hmm. We're not used to a friend saying, no, you wrong. I don't know. I ain't with it. Mm-hmm. So, like, when I talk to people, I'm a talker. I love conversation. Like, so... That's one of the best parts of me, that I enjoy having good conversation. But nowadays, a lot of people can't have good conversation. Like, I feel like, you know, because people will be surprised how I act. You know, I act all crazy, and then I got Hector, and then I got this, you know, fun business. But when you sit down and you talk to me about some serious shit, you won't get a whole different person. I'm on a whole nother level. I'm all on some Black Power stuff. I'm on some old, you know what I mean, was right is right. I'm on some old, you know, open mind stuff. I'm on some get tested for HIV. I'm on some get some life insurance. I'm on that type time. And the average person, honestly, our conversations don't be. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people are just so immature. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Maybe surface and don't know. But you are one of the people who made me feel like, okay, I got something to say.
Yeah.
Like, because I can keep it inside, but I'm not going to argue or go. I can't argue with you about you.
Yeah.
Because we going like, and when we talk, my whole thing, what I keep even through life, You are you, I'm me.
Mm-hmm.
We can have a disagreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we cannot see eye to eye. But I'm not trying to convince you.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to convince you about me. But I just want you to understand.
Exactly.
And that's where we got to end it, and that's where we got to end it.
I used to argue with people about this political stuff online all day. I used to be on Fox, and I'm commenting. You can't tell me I don't have a blue check mark next to my name, but I'm commenting. But I'm like, for what? You know what I mean? If somebody want to sit down and I'll sit down and I'll talk to somebody racist. It don't matter to me. I'll talk to anybody. Let's talk about it. Let's see what, you know. Don't get disrespectful with your conversation. But we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I am. But like you said, I'm not trying to convince you to see things my way because you won't believe what you won't believe. Christians and Muslims arguing. You still gonna be Christian when you leave a conversation. They still gonna be Muslim when they leave a conversation. Nobody left a conversation and said, you know what? I'm gonna change my religion. Right. Nobody does that. Then you mad at your friend because they Christian. Right. Or you mad at your friend because they Muslim. I'm not doing all that. Your point of view, your mindset is your mindset, and that's just that. Yeah. You can't. Yeah, these, you know, my sister, she on here, Gwen on here, they know me. Like, that's really how I am. Like, I don't care. I don't run away from no conversation. And it's so funny because it was a couple of guys. Guys, y'all always talk about women don't do that, women don't that. Come sit on the comfy couch. Yes. Let's talk about it. Y'all up in the comments. This ain't the red comfy couch, but it's the black one. Come sit on the black couch and let's talk. And I think that people probably don't know, like, you know, just like when my girlfriend Yvette was here and she was talking about the molestation and, you know, her organization and everything, the conversations is light. It's not like I'm trying to attack you or whatever. I want people to understand. I want people to start being compassionate. I want people to take the time and give people grace. Because I feel like during COVID, if you didn't learn nothing else, you should have learned to give yourself as well as others grace. Because that's all we had at one point, grace. So, yeah. So with that being said, make sure that y'all definitely follow Talking with Tahnia. Make a video about it. I don't care what y'all do, but please share it. I put the QR code on there. I think that I'm going to actually start getting keychains made so that people can put it on their keychains and when they go around their friends, scan it. And like have your friends join the conversation because I think it's a good conversation. And as long as I'll have a moderator, I can start pulling people up on the screen. That's nice. But I don't know how to do all that. Last time I pulled somebody on the screen, they didn't speak English and it was really hard for me. So I hope that y'all join our next conversation. I believe our next conversation might be on 8/29. But you have to follow my Talking with Tahnia to keep updated because I post all the shows. Every show I have, I post it. So what's going to happen is because I don't have 1,000 followers, I keep telling everybody this because I want y'all to feel bad for me and I want y'all to share my shit. Like, look at the video I put. How come you're not famous yet? Because y'all ain't share my shit. So anyway, I want everybody to follow that Talking with Tahnia page because when you don't, it means that I have to do the live here and transfer the clips over to Talking with Tahnia. And then once I do the clips on Talking with Tahnia, then I transfer the whole entire show on YouTube. So make sure you follow YouTube too, Talking with Tahnia, because that's when you can see the whole entire show in its entirety. You see everything. It's not edited. All the bloopers is the bloopers. You're going to see everything because I don't know how to do all that and I'm not trying. So y'all have a good night. Y'all tell them good night. Tell your
good night. Thanks for tuning in, people.
Thank y'all.